So you're looking for artwork design for your podcast? Well, I got you covered. Let's talk about it. What's up, pod influencers? My name is Ozil, and I want to welcome you to the Podcast Influence YouTube channel, where I help you amplify your influence with podcasting. And on this channel, I'm going to share with you tips, insights, and strategies on how to pro up your podcast with style and, of course, influence. And today, I'm going to share with you some of my top resources to find your podcast artwork. Here it is. Here's the honest truth. Design matters, okay? Podcast artwork is a key component to your branded assets. And many times, podcasters skip over this aspect because it's like, well, people are not going to watch this, or people are not going to look at my podcast artwork. No, it matters. It really, really matters. So I highly recommend that you invest to impress, right? I've talked about that. And you got to make sure that you nail down your design in all facets. So I'm going to share with you some of my top resources. Some of them actually are DIY, and then some of them are paid services. But you definitely want to invest and make sure you don't skip this part. All right, so before we begin, I'm going to give you a bonus tip right out the gate. You want to create a one-page creative briefing. What is that? This is simply a one-page document letting the designer know what your podcast is about, who's your target audience, the colors of your brand, and also examples of podcast artwork that you like. This helps out the designers get a really clear picture on what they can design that's suitable to your podcast brand. Trust me, all the designers right now are applauding me, giving me props right now, because you know that I'm making your life easier when a podcaster submits the creative briefing and gives you everything you need to make your life easier. And for my podcasters, you're gonna save a lot of time and money, trust me, if you create a one-page creative briefing. All right, so DIY, you want to do it yourself, okay? You're bootstrapped, I get it. You don't have a lot of money to invest in podcast artwork, so you want to do it yourself, and I get that. The best resource for you to use is a site called Canva.com. It's a free resource. They have a lot of templates. The artwork dimensions are already there, so all you have to do is play with the typography and the colors to your liking and create a nice, solid podcast artwork design. So if you don't have a lot of money, I highly recommend checking out Canva.com to create your podcast artwork. The next option you have is Fiverr, Fiverr.com. Now this is a website where you can pay anywhere from $5 to $50, actually a little more sometimes, for somebody to create your podcast artwork. And I've used Fiverr before. It's a hit and miss, so sometimes you have to make sure that you choose wisely. But let's say you pick 5 designers at $5, $10, you don't break the bank. You can always experiment and get a nice mix of podcast artwork designs for a low price. So that's one option to go if you are bootstrapped, don't have a lot of money, but want to pay somebody to take care of that service. Check out Fiverr.com. The next option is Upwork, Upwork.com. This is a hub for freelancers of all kinds. So you can actually set a budget and you can give them a creative briefing, right? We talked about that. You can submit that and you'll have freelancers check out the creative briefing, check out your budget. And if they decide to take on the project, you can have some pretty solid artwork. I've actually had a client that we used Upwork.com for, and they produced an amazing piece of artwork. So again, it's hit and miss, but it's worth the try. You don't have to break the bank, and I highly recommend it. So check out Upwork.com. Another great option is 99designs.ca. This site is a hub of talented creative freelancers that you can submit your creative briefing to, and they will take it on and give you a mix of podcast artwork. And what I love about 99 Designs is that you can gamify it. You can take the podcast artwork that they create for you, Go back on social media, go to your community, and have them vote for the best podcast artwork. So that's something that I really enjoy about 99 Designs, is that you have options once designers decide to take on the creative briefing that you submit. So if you are looking for high quality podcast artwork, highly recommend 99designs.ca. Another solid resource is Placeit, placeit.net. Now this site is a paid subscription model. You pay anywhere from $14.99 to $86.69 yearly. And what I love about Placeit is they have templates already ready to go for podcast artwork. So you simply just add different graphics and typography to it, and then boom, you have your podcast artwork. Now, here's the thing that I really like about Placeit. You might be thinking, man, I don't want to pay monthly for a podcast artwork. Well, they also provide a bunch of really cool resources that are like social media templates and video templates and different things that you can use for your social media marketing. So if you're looking for great graphics and great resources to expand your podcast reach, aside from your podcast artwork, Placeit is a great resource for you to leverage and use different tools and features they have for podcasters. So highly recommend it. Check it out, placeit.net. And last but not least, podartwork.com. Now, this is a website filled with a bunch of talented creative designers that are specialized in podcast artwork design. So here's the catch though. It's going to cost you anywhere from $129 to $349 to get the artwork design done. But design matters, and we're here to invest, to impress, and if you definitely want good artwork, this is highly recommended. So go check out podartwork.com for high quality podcast artwork. So the question of the day, where do you go to create your podcast artwork design? Leave it in the comments section down below. And as always, if you're digging the content, if you're feeling the vibe, please hit subscribe to join the Pod Influencer tribe, and also hit that notification button to be first in line to catch all the latest content on Podcast Influence every Thursday. All right, guys, listen, thank you so much for being a part of this Podcast Influence journey. Hope you got some value. If you did, please share with your friends on social media, and then join also the Pod Influencer tribe newsletter down below. All right, my name is Ozil. Till next time, peace and one love.